Welcome to Market Talk. I'm Amber Lancaster, here with Paul Mampilly. Today's update is for the week of March 30th, 2020. I'll begin with the latest economic overview, my innovation story of the week, and the latest developments in America 2.0. So let's begin. So JP Morgan Chase is reporting today that economic conditions they have set to gauge market stabilization and subsequent revival have largely been met. In their view, even with COVID-19 infection rate uncertainties, overall global stocks and credit have experienced their lows by their metrics. They also note that the help of the extraordinary $2 trillion U.S. fiscal stimulus package will aid to curb these lows. And speaking of the stimulus package, here are two infographics that put the breadth of the stimulus package in perspective. Of the $2 trillion package, $532 billion will be allocated to big businesses, local government loans and financial assistance. $377 billion will be in the form of business loans and grants for small businesses. $290 billion will be given in direct payments, aka tax rebates to families. $260 billion will go toward the expansion of unemployment insurance, and $126 billion will be allocated to hospital restitution, veteran and other health care. So where the direct stimulus rebates are concerned, per the American Enterprise Institute, an estimated 165 million people will receive a rebate. The amount you will receive will be based on your adjusted gross income noted in your latest tax filings, either from 2018 or 2019. Single people with no children making up to like $75,000 a year will receive $1,200. Married couples with no children earning up to $150,000 per year will receive $2,400. The rebate amount doesn't decrease for incomes greater than these levels, and once $99,000 in income for single or $198,000 in income for married couples is reached, no rebate will be given. So for married couples or head of households with minor children, the rebate amounts and income levels do increase. You will receive $500 for each child, with some exceptions, especially for those who are owing back child support. So per Secretary Mnuchin, for those with direct deposit bank accounts noted in their latest tax filings, rebates will be sent in 3 weeks or so, and paper checks will take a bit longer. So where upcoming economic releases are concerned, there will be 11 major releases this week. On Tuesday, March M&I Chicago PMI will post at 9:45 a.m. and March Consumer Confidence will post at 10 a.m. On Wednesday, March ADP Employment Change and March Final Market U.S. Manufacturing PMI will post at 8:15 a.m. and 9:45 a.m. respectively. March ISM and February construction spending month over month will post at 10 a.m. On Thursday, initial jobless claims for the week ended March 28th and February trades balance will post at 8:30 a.m. February factory orders and February's final print for the durable goods orders will both post at 10 a.m. And finally, on Friday, the unemployment rate for March will post at 8:30 a.m. So now for my innovation story of the week. NASA has just awarded Elon Musk's SpaceX a contract to deliver critical cargo and scientific experiments to the new lunar gateway. For those who do not know, NASA is creating the next space station near the moon. The lunar gateway is an in-development space station that will orbit the moon. It will provide more access to the moon than ever before. Per NASA, it will have, quote, living quarters for astronauts, a lab and science research center, and ports for visiting spacecraft, end quote. So per Engadget, SpaceX is the first commercial provider that NASA has chosen for this project. SpaceX will engage in 2 missions once the lunar gateway is completed. And now for America 2.0 update. According to a report just posted this past Friday, CoreLogic says the following, that millennials are now the quickest growing home buyers in the US per the Census Bureau. So it's showing that their home ownership rate has increased year over year, with a median adjusted household income of $69,000, the highest young adult household income in 50 years. So CoreLogic has listed the top 4 millennial tastes shaping the modern housing market. So number 1, millennials are willing to shop for over a year to find an acceptable home. Number two, millennials want new homes with new technology, which is very good news for our America 2.0 stocks, Paul, over the coming years. And number three, millennials want homes in communities that are sustainable. And finally, number four, which falls squarely in our America 2.0 stock picks, millennials expect a digital home buying experience. So times, they are a changing, aren't they, Paul? So that's
Yeah.
it. Tell us what's on your mind.
So much going on. And those of you that are watching us, you know that we have been talking about the fact that sooner rather than later, what the Federal Reserve was doing, their awesome, incredible monetary firepower would matter. Federal government is now coming in, and you forgot to mention, speaking of millennials, part of the legislation also, I believe, allows lots of folks to suspend their student loan payments for as long as 6 months,
Yes,
which is a big deal for a lot of folks. So a lot of things that are going out there, the stimulus checks. We wish that the government were more modernized, Amber. They could send it out through some of our companies. Of course, we would benefit, but equally, the checks would be there already.
They would.
Checks would be there. Checks would be there already. And so there is right now so much that is going on that is good news. However, when I was looking through what you were saying, Amber, all of those, what were they, 12, 13 things that are coming this week?
11. There'll be
11. So this is something about markets. A lot of people this week are going to get, all right, I'm going to use a word, befuddled by. Befuddled, I know it's like a big word, but here's why. You're generally going to see all of those numbers come in terrible.
Yes.
Right, Amber? I mean, that's anticipated. We know that's going to happen. Why? Because we know as a result of social distancing, any number of first, each state, economic activity has stopped. There's no reason to expect that those numbers would magically stay up.
No.
And that will probably, in all likelihood, continue for at least another 1 or perhaps even 2 months. Now, here's the thing that will befuddle people, which is that the markets will absorb that, and there will be some fluctuating and some volatility, but then you'll see markets start to rise, and people will be confused. People will say, what is going on? There's something wrong. No, Amber, you know what we have been telling people from the beginning, which is that we need to go through this, and then at some point in time, markets will start to anticipate, especially given that the Federal Reserve now has essentially liquefied the financial system, which was the biggest risk. In other words, they waited too long. More and more parts of the financial system get locked up. There's not enough money to keep, it's like a plumbing system, the pipes moving. And now with them saying, look, there's unlimited amount that we will put, whether it be, we use some jargon words, commercial paper, which is, just for everyone knows, this is the way companies sort of manage their finances from day to day. It's a little bit like a checking account, if you will, for companies, right? And is that a reasonable way to put it?
That's a great way to put it. Very
and then, corporate bonds, all these things. And so now people are no longer simply saying, hey, here's something that I want to sell and give me cash. That panic for cash is largely done. And with that, now there's going to be less panic about any piece of news, whether it be about the coronavirus, whether it be about the economy, whether it be any single number that, that Amber laid out in her chart. And instead, people are going to say, okay, how can we model the recovery? When will it come? How soon will it come? What will be the strength be? What parts of the economy will respond first? And I believe that you actually hit the nail really on the head, Amber, which is that companies that are in the business of really new real estate tech, I don't know, they have been reporting that their virtual showings are skyrocketing.
Yes.
Skyrocketing. You saw that, right, Amber?
I did.
400%, 300%. In other words, people are now simply going and doing what was already a trend even before this happened. But now it's in that theme of something that we have been telling our readers, Amber, all week, which is that this crisis, this panic is accelerating change into America 2.0 stocks. They are benefiting from what is going on, from fourth industrial revolution stocks of the new world. And sadly, they're also really disadvantaging the old world, because the old world does not have the solutions for it. So bottom line, I want to make it clear. We are still bullish. We are still optimistic. We are still positive. I am still bullish. I am still optimistic. I am still positive. Bob, as I put it on Twitter. Amber, you go first. Tell folks your Twitter handle. You should follow both of us.
Yes, of course. I'm at a Lancaster Guru.
And I'm at Mampilly Guru, I believe.
Yes.
For a second. I'm at Mampilly Guru. And that's where I came up with the hashtag BOP, which is that bullish, optimistic, positive. And I've been telling you from the time this crisis began that I believe that it is temporary. And I still believe that. I believe our economy will come out of it. And not only that, it will skyrocket out of it. Skyrocket out of it, because what is right now is happening is that demand, whether it be for housing, whether it be for all the other things that we are right now consuming, but we are unable to make. We have to replace all of that. And so that is going to act like a coiled spring that's going to rocket the economy out as we recover, and markets will anticipate that. It will start to price that in, and the regular old media won't tell you that. And so, I know there's like this consensus view out there that markets need to retest the lows, and maybe that'll happen for old world stocks. For our stocks, many of whom actually are reporting that they can see already signs of this latent demand already sitting there, I believe it is going to be a rebound of historic proportions. No one will believe it when it comes. And I want to tell you that one way for you to get in on this, we have a phenomenal option service that I run with my amazing colleague. Amber's pretty amazing too. I want to mention that. Ian Dyer. It's called Rebound Profit Trader, where it's really designed to take advantage of moments like this when prices of incredible, great stocks have declined, and we're using options. We can go in and try to benefit from them rebounding, skyrocketing higher. If you're interested in getting in on that, click on the strong hands sitting right up there. Click on those strong hands right there. That will take you to a page that will give you all the details on this phenomenal service to help you take advantage of this unbelievable service so you can get in on this. So bottom line, Amber, America 2.0 stocks, fourth industrial revolution stocks of the new world. We are bullish, optimistic, positive. We see all the signs between what the companies are telling us, between what the government is doing, what the Federal Reserve is doing, that our stocks first are going to go back higher, and then they are going to rocket up and make astonishing gains to new highs. And the only way to benefit is to stay in. Yes, we understand the volatility was painful. However, better times are coming, and our time is coming. And with that, back to you, Amber.
Yes, truer words have not been spoken. Thank you, Paul, for putting it all in perspective. And thank you to our viewers and readers for tuning in this week. We wish you a healthy and safe, productive week ahead. Until next time, take care.